so much, everybody, for coming. I know there's a lot of great content, and we're competing with a lot of stuff, so thank you for choosing to be here. And please enjoy your pizza and beer as I talk. Before I get into this, I wanted to just say thank you to Domino Data Lab. And for those of you who do not know what Domino is an enterprise data science platform. We basically focus on acceleration of data science for the individual data scientists and collaboration for teams. So you can think of Domino as a GitHub/Google Docs for data science teams. And Domino is all about open architecture and tools, so you can literally use any kind of language. I know Austin is all about Python, so you can use R, Python, Julia, SAS, anything. You can pull data from Excel, from Hadoop, Spark, anywhere, and use Domino as your platform and infrastructure, so you don't really have to work with IT. Everything is there for you. And in return, you'll have faster experimentation. You can collaborate. You can have reproduce your results, which is great for auditing, and also easily deploy your models via APIs. And when I talk to data scientists, they always tell me that they really want to do data science, and they don't want to do the other things, and that's what Domino is all about. Really allowing data scientists to do their job, and we work with all kinds of companies, really big ones like Tesla and also in Salesforce, and also Atrax, which are doing a lot of predictive analytics with their music. So if you have a data scientist team and you're a data scientist, please talk to me afterwards, because I think Domino is a really good tool to use. And now I'm going to jump into looking how data science is fueling marketing. And Domino is really, really deep in the stack with this, so, but it is really important also what we're doing with those companies and helping them actually improve their marketing and the bottom line. And my background is I have over 10 years experience in marketing, all kinds of marketing, starting with content marketing, affiliate marketing, growth, what have you, online. And I joined Domino. I was the first person they hired to do marketing, and now I'm really, really interested in how data science is really helping marketers be more successful. So what is contextual marketing? Contextual marketing is really all about timing, and it's really about sending the right message to the right person at the right time. And to step away from that, I'm sure that a lot of you know that habits, rather than conscious decision-making, shape 45% of choices that we make every day. So data scientists, I'm sure there's a few of you here that you're looking at people's habits and you're pulling that data to really find trends in that. And contextual marketing is really not about just looking at somebody such as Jane, and she's a soccer mom and she's 35. It's really more about figuring what is Jane going to do next. And it's also combining the right data that you have and really putting together that right message to send to Jane at the right time when she really wants it, so she can really connect with your brand and find it valuable. So timing is really everything with contextual marketing. So again, messaging without context is just very general. It's about linear campaigns. It's about just targeting one person. It's about clicks per million impressions. But after context, you really are looking at interaction and engagement, and really minutes of engagement and how people value your brand and who are they talking to with your brand. So that's what we're looking for, is not just linear campaigns. And believe it or not, data science, I think we all know why data science is so popular in all the markets, such as San Francisco, New York, and Austin, and everywhere. It's the #1 job right now because we need it as marketers, because we need you guys to find these output factors. So basically, you as a marketer need to really figure out what your input factors are. And those factors could be anything from age to gender to purchase history to time of day. And you need to figure out what question you're trying to answer here, as that goes below your main strategy. And your data science team will be able to help you figure that out. And you could really figure anything out as from what product to sell to who, and at what price, and at where. Like, is it Pinterest? Is it Instagram? What are they doing when? And next, I'm going to give you some fun examples of contextual marketing, and then I'm going to ask you if you have any other examples, because I'm sure there's plenty of examples. And I did this presentation about 6 months ago, and I had to update everything because everything changes so quickly, and there's always new stuff coming out. So the first example is travel. And how many of you actually traveled here for South by? So see, there's a lot of you. And how many of you have a map? So a lot of people, again, so, I don't know if you guys know, but Orbitz actually shows more expensive hotels to Mac users. So probably not a good, not a good website to shop on a Mac. Travelocity, actually, if you shop on your phone, they'll give you a 5% discount. And American Airlines always use a ghost browser because they raise your ticket prices to create urgency. And all of this comes from data science, and we see it every day. So the other examples of Web Summit is one of my favorites because they are really a great example of how they use data science to really drive context. And they hired physicists with PhDs in areas like complex systems and network analysis. And they built algorithms literally to figure out enough data about their users so they can actually figure out who people should sit next to, who they should exhibit next to, so they could really get the most value out of the conference. And they grew from 400 people to attendees to 20,000 in 4 years, and now they're up to 100,000. I don't know if you guys know, but they're like the biggest conference in the world now. And I know that South by and Strata and CES, they're all looking to see what they're doing because they're growing so much because people love it and they're getting so much out of it. Nestle Purina is another example about how they use personalization. So you basically input all the information about your pets, and they send you things when you want them, when your pet needs cleaning or what have you. And it's very, very common to use personalization here in data science these days. So the next example that I have is a little bit controversial. I don't know if some of you have heard of this or not, but I'll talk a little bit about it. So Target has literally figured out how to data mine its way into your group. So what happened there was, I'm sure as marketers, some of you know that most pregnancy is the most profitable time in a person's life for a brand. So the data scientists at Target, they were like, okay, we really want people to shop at Target for everything. And they came to their data science team and they said, can you predict when a woman's pregnant for us? And the data science team said, sure, why not? So what they did is they actually identified about 25 products that when analyzed together allowed them to assign each shopper a pregnancy prediction score. So they literally created a pregnancy prediction model, which is really cool. And so they estimated due date to within a small window so Target could send those people coupons exactly when they want them or before they want them. And it was actually lotion that they found that a lot of women who get pregnant, they start using unscented lotion, and that's really what the data point that really triggered that. And so timing is everything. So, but what happened was this coupon went to a high school student, and their dad went to the store, to Target, and said, "Why are you sending this to my daughter? She's not pregnant. She's 15 years old." And the manager had no idea what was going on because he was not associated with the marketing department. And later on, the dad actually called back and said, "I'm sorry, I was actually wrong. I had no idea, but my daughter is pregnant." So, but this brings up a whole other conversation: is when is it too, how far can you go with this stuff, right? Because some of this stuff is kind of sensitive, and I'm not sure. I think it's all good to make messages better for us, but sometimes it's a little bit too far. So do you guys have any other examples as far as this goes? Yes.
It's funny. I can identify with that. I used to run North American PR at FICO, a company that everybody knows for the FICO score, but the meat and potatoes of FICO's business is and always has been modeling like this: predictive analytics, decision management tools, and believe it or not, I was actually helping consult around this exact issue right here. So it's really interesting, and me and my team were among the first people to hear about this. But there are all sorts of other things that are going on, and with banking and analytics, with insurance, with retail, with healthcare. I mean, this is exactly where science is going today, and I've seen it firsthand.
Yeah, cool. Anyone else? Yes.
Oh, okay, Keepin. I know they do a lot of stuff around they have a lot of articles that do about their blog posts around how to optimize getting people to reach out to you both from the female side or the male side, because they have a lot of data around even the right pose, this pose versus just like this.
Doing some deep learning there too.
Yeah. So that's really another interesting use case. They have a lot of use cases on them online.
Yeah. So all of this is great, but how do we really, how do we achieve this, and how are we really successful in marketing? Because a lot of people I talk to in marketing, they don't even talk to their data science team. So Target is they're really far. ahead, but a lot of, companies are still not doing this. And it's actually not that difficult to get started with this. If you're a smaller company or you're just trying to figure this out, you're trying to bring in a good data science strategy. At first you definitely need to dig into your insights and basically figure out where your data is coming from. And this data could be from your CRM, it could be from Twitter, it could be social data, it could be custom sources, it could be real-time analytics. So you really need to kind of dig into your insights, bring it all together, work with your data science team, and figure out your strategy and really facilitate your customer journeys. And then you can really make your customers happy because they will no longer see these annoying ads, and your traffic will go up, your clicks will increase. But it's going to take a while, and I tell people that you should really treat this process as a product, not a project, because if you're just starting out, there's going to be a lot of iterations, there's going to be a lot of inputs and outputs. You have to try a lot of things before you really figure out what is right and what is not right to do. So, I wanted to also mention that if you really like this kind of content and you want to learn more technical things, you should come back to Austin because we're doing the data science pop-up here with Galvanize, and Galvanize, their data science academy. They just opened an office here, and we're the first event that we're going to be here next month, so please come back. And we have Chevron, AT&T, Cisco, some other great companies talking about especially this, what they're doing with their data, how they're targeting, how this is driving their marketing. It should be really great, so you should definitely come back to Austin if you don't live here. And thank you so much. If you have any questions, please tweet at me at Anna on the web or at Domino Data Lab. We have a hashtag DataScienceSXXW. And thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your time here, and I'm going to talk to you now. I'm all relaxed and it's over.